or just straight up non-foil.
I'm gonna play a fish.
Hey,
No.
I second that yawn.
Uh,
Are you also playing a fish?
The amount of duplicates we had last game.
That's kind of hilarious.
There are 3 carpet of flowers.
But the funny part was 2 of those were turn 1.
Please tell me this is a fish. Damn it.
What?
Hablo's researcher resolves on my side.
Yeah, not go for it.
how like excited Astral gets when I say Hapless Reach.
I will also find a underground sea. I will play a Mystic Remora of my own.
Oh my god.
Does my fish resolve?
Yes.
Draws very much in the spot.
Oh.
I hope you enjoy giving the 2 blue combo decks cards.
I don't. Look at all those basic lands.
That's all we. Oh man. Oh, you're on Frog. Wait, you're on Frog, right?
Yeah, let me fetch my commander from my sideboard.
And that's why I always put the commander in the sideboard.
Man, I would love if you just have main deck choke.
Sylvan?
I'll draw for fish.
Would you like to pay for the Remora?
I cannot.
I will draw a card.
Please bother asking. But yes, equip Sylvan Library.
I wish I had a Sylvan Library.
I wish I had a dork.
Ben
I mean, those would also be good.
Dorks are good cards.
Ben Hornell's Voltron.
I don't know who's playing Ad Nauseum, but Astral. Because you're black.
Wait,
I think we all.
Yeah, sure. I'll take one. And I'll be sad because I don't have a dork. Pass.
Really? Take.
Oh, that's a good card.
What card just got played?
Race of Titania.
Titania.
Okay, that's a good card.
It's a pretty good card.
I saw everybody.
I'll be right back. I'm F6ing.
But why? I thought we were friends.
Need life beyond more than like 20 life. Really matter.
Untap, upkeep, pay for the fish. Oh no. Got a draw. Oh, that's a card. I'll play this Windswept Heath and do that thing where I pass the turn.
I came back in the right time.
Hey yo.
My draw step. I didn't even untap. And we'll take the 8.
Nice. Wow.
That's never a good sign.
Or it's a sign that I don't know how to use that fucking card.
I mean, I will say, I am one of the most undisciplined.
Right, a lot of people say
Oh, I'm supposed to draw for a turn still, aren't I?
What do you mean?
I only drew the 2 off the Sylvan.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, so
the way
okay.
Sylvan works is like you would be drawing 2 additional cards if you
Okay.
take.
It's
So.
draw 3.
Gotcha. Cast Lowest Pedal.
That's fine.
Cast Manifold.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's okay. I mean, we might just lose
oh,
right
by
now.
the way, so yeah, there's
Draw
more
for,
triggers.
draw
I just
for-
realized. Yeah. So yeah, fish and then fish.
Yeah, no,
So,
draw what you want. I
draw
can't
2.
pay the tax.
We appreciate your generous donations to the fish charity.
We lose.
You may lose. 7 mana here.
Draw outlet in hand, we probably lose unless you have removal for Gitrog in response to the discard outlet.
Why don't you have removal for the Gitrog in response to the discard outlet?
Spells I have that remove that I might be playing that remove Gitrog are white and blue, and I don't have white and blue.
You're not wrong. Show us what you got, Moose.
You could have that tech dark betrayal.
Cast Gitrog.
It's a Gitrog.
Crop rotation.
We just lose.
So sack your land because it's an additional cost,
Yeah.
and also Remora triggers.
Yeah, go for it.
In response to the crop rotation, I'm a fetch.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a trop. Or, yeah, I'm gonna find a trop here.
I also have a draw trigger on the stack for Gitrog.
So, rapid hybrid the frog? Turn it into a frog lizard?
Remora trigger. By the way.
Go for it.
Oh, I have 6 lands now. Continue.
Out of all the cards I've drawn, I've only drawn 2.
I drew no lands, and then now I drew a bunch in a row. A lot of lands.
I'm glad I'm not in your spot.
Sadness is placed on the stack.
Sadness will resolve then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Feel free to have a frog lizard.
Oh.
Yeah, if you right-click the rapid hybridization on the stack, you can make a frog lizard.
Oh. What do I want from crop rotation? Well, first I draw.
Probably get Credo or something. It lets you recast frog.
I didn't think about that. Can I recast frog this turn?
Not this turn.
Next turn.
Yeah.
Unless you have some dark ritual shenanigans we don't know about.
Dark Ritual by itself isn't enough. He needs more than that.
Well, no, I mean the ritual package though.
Oh yeah,
I know some lists will play Culling the Weak too.
I do.
Weak and Dark Ritual, that would work.
Yeah. I would need Dark Ritual in hand. Because the Dead just doesn't do it. Good end.
End of turn, I'm going to cast Entomb.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for fish.
Well, now I'm scared. Are you gonna pay for the Remora? I'll draw a card.
The most valuable Remorse I've ever seen.
You have obviously not played a Mystic Remora into any of the Paradox Storm decks, because
I'm newish to competitive EDH.
if it makes you feel any better, I've only been playing the format for about a year.
Gotcha.
I just played a lot of competitive Eternal format Magic for a really long time.
I'm going to cast Animate Dead on Jin-Gitaxias. You can draw a card for fish.
I have no response. Someone else can deal with this one. I dealt with the last one.
I'm going to go to end of turn and draw 7.
I don't think I care about this one.
It eats your hand.
At the end of my turn.
That's fair. I had to fight so hard to get the Hulkweaver players to be on this card too. The struggle was real.
Is this just Tymna, Thrasios, Hulkweaver?
I'm honestly not sure. I think this is more just standard Razakeths, if it's anything.
No, what you're talking about, because you keep saying I'm used to Hulkweaver being Abzan.
No, yeah, I'm talking Tymna, Thrasios, Hulkweaver.
Man, these are interesting.
Play spells so I can draw things off the Remora. It might help us.
He says as he has 10 cards in hand.
Hey now, that's an alternative fact.
Okay, that's the thing. I don't have interaction. This Jin was pretty bad, and my hand was eh.
I mean, it's funny how many people will be like, you had interaction, right? And I just went for the Jin hoping that it drew me 7 cards, and if it somebody's hand, then I was happy.
Yeah, I just used it as a way to draw 7 cards to find interaction, because I'm my hand didn't have interaction, and it didn't have ramp.
I mean, if we're being honest, like at the worst, like Jin-Gitaxias in these decks says like at its worst, it's 2 mana, lose 10 life, draw 7 cards. Which, have you played Bristlebrand? It's not a bad deal.
So, in your guys' opinion, if I had a way to deal with that, should I have dealt with it before his end step, or at
You let it
Yankee's
eat.
end step? Okay, because I know he's playing blue.
Yeah, no, like if you have a way to deal with it, and this is like, and I had to make that clear to other players too. Like, if you have the ability to just let it eat people's hands, you let it eat.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Maynard. Your contributions are greatly appreciated as always.
Yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, I'm really tired. I don't know. I don't know if going for Jin was correct. Maybe there's another line.
Walking blister.
I mean, it's never wrong to go for Jin, which is kind of the thing. Like,
Yeah, I have no response to Walking Ballista.
Huh?
I have no response to Walking Ballista.
That's a walking ballista. What?
No. Really?
Carriage. I'm gonna. Phantasmal.
Gitaxias.
Well, if you have a response, now's probably the time to use it, I guess.
Yoki, do you have a way to deal with this?
If I had one, I would have used it. I wouldn't be priority.
Okay. That feels bad.
I'm not that player.
You said you don't
Trust
feel
me.
bad 'cause you just sit on your end phase.
But then,
Okay.
Okay, Animate did? Okay.
yeah, Animate dead.
All right.
Are you gonna pay for the fish?
No, I can't.
All right. So
Have another priest.
The priest of Titania.
Yeah.
How do I make this?
Right-click clone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Right click clone.
I have to do I have to do the arrow first and then clone?
You should just right click clone on the priest.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, and
So
just drag it
then
on
ready-
top of the phantasmal image.
Don't have a fish.
At this point, I feel like I just let the fish die.
You're not gonna pay for fish. You drew like 12 cards off. You drew like 10 cards off. Like,
Honestly, I'm just
Like-
gonna ponder at this point. So
you're into
draw it.
fish?
I mean, I kind of want to continue.
Like I don't really. I'm not a control deck, dude. I'm not gonna. I don't
Are you
have
gonna pay for the fish?
any- No, don't even bother asking. Like my Titania summoning. All right, so ponder. I'm assuming is okay.
2,
I have no response.
5.
So, Moose, are you in the Gitrog Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. I was only asking because left is saying help.
I think my next turn just sucks.
And you have a Sylvan library. It can't be that bad.
Well, no, like just untap Men of Alton Pass.
Wait, why isn't it
Oh,
like
that feels pretty bad, actually.
that's pretty bad.
You could punch someone with the frog.
I mean, that's implied. The frog is out for vengeance.
Don't punch me. I'm a friend of the people.
You turned my frog into a frog. How dare you?
Alright, go to upkeep. I'm gonna let this fish die. Go to draw.
Do we die now? Like, are we dead?
Honestly, I wish I had a way to kill you guys. Like, I really do.
reanimate Jin or something. That's also like a good plan.
There are like 4 reanimation spells in this deck, and I don't have a single one.
Show and tell and hope I don't have a big thing.
I don't even have that right now. Like, no joke, like my hand is a whole lot of like do nothing. It feels kind of bad.
Show and tell is super risky against like an opposing reanimator deck and then another opposing reanimator deck.
Do I even play this Rubline? I don't actually know what I play here. This is a weird situation. I think we actually just play the Coliseum. This is weird.
Actually, I think my turn's a little better.
Actually, we don't do that. Alright, I'm just gonna go to my discard
Wow.
and discard a bunch of things. Frantic Search, Winds of Rebuke, Mind
I
Sensor,
will take my turn while you do that.
Paint Hunter, and Arbor Elf.
I'm allowed to reorder these, right?
Wow. Did you pay to untap Manifold?
No, sorry.
Are you going to untap Manifold?
Maybe.
This is before your draw.
Yeah. Manifold's an upkeep trigger.
Yeah. Okay. This feel. Tutor?
I mean, I have no response.
It might get Cavern, and then his Gitrog is actually just not counterable anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to try Muldrotha in this deck, just because like Salvagers feels like one of the cards in the deck all the time.
Tutor good?
Yeah, Tutor's good over here at least.
I don't know if this is the right play, but it's the play I choose.
Oh god, is he gonna like tap out for Gitrog? Like tutor for a ritual, like a big ritual?
Kind of. Carpet.
That seems like it should be countered.
I got the nothings.
Cards in hand, and you discarded gas. You discarded like 2 cards.
I got the nothing.
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands.
I also didn't draw 7 off of Ginger Taxes. Use you very much.
Yeah, but you drew like 10 cards off of the Remora.
Hey now. Let's not use facts against facts here.
Isn't it about facts?
Activate for 5 black.
5 black?
1, 2.
No.
You have to choose a player. You have to choose a player.
Oh, I thought it was all.
No.
Well,
no.
I'll grab 2.
Busted.
I'll grab 2. I wasn't even going to use it all.
Yeah, that card would be busted.
Seal.
Yeah, Seal is good. Though I will say there is nothing more satisfying than playing a Carpet Flowers against a Teferi.
or like I'm just a mono blue player in general. So much. Yeah, it's amazing.
Where are you?
Even just like a blue X deck, like it just you feel unbeatable.
Oh, let me. Squandered resource.
That's a card.
That card is broken.
That card's great.
Does anyone have a response to that?
I have no response.
Andrew? I'll pass Prio.
That is my actual mana pool. Good. Good end.
I feel like we gonna die.
I mean, you have like 3 blue mana up. I don't see how we're gonna die.
Hey now. Again.
God, now I feel bad that I feel dumb that I tutored for a carpet because I thought it gave 4 mana or 5
No.
mana.
I mean, so the way I look at carpet is like once it's like net even on mana, it's already paid for itself, and then everything else after that, it's just like this card is insane.
Yeah,
Sorry, Captain. Buried alive.
but I used a demonic tutor on it.
I'll target RX Salvagers.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play Lion's Eye Diamond.
Oh my.
That's
So-
a card.
Yeah, that's a thing. I believe we are, as the kids would say, dead.
1 second.
Interaction for when I had to recast Lion's Eye Diamond. Or you might be able to remove Salvagers, in which case I die.
No, so I misplayed like a derp, but that happens. So
I thought for sure that. What did you discard?
Play Survival of the Fittest.
yep.
I'm gonna tap my mana this way. I'm gonna crack for 3 white.
Insert Bomberman combo.
What is the combo?
So Ariok Salvagers will allow him to make infinite white, and then he can just filter that into all of his colors.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
got this. Infinite mana.
Having a million white, and then I'll shortcut to having 500,000 white, and
You have all your colors. We get it. Continue.
I'll cast Thrasios and draw my deck of Thrasios.
Mhm.
Can I shortcut to showing my win condition, or do you want me
Yes.
to play?
I would like you
Yeah.
just to show your win condition.
My win condition is Blood Artist.
Cat combo.
That combo. Yeah. So let me
Okay.
animation.
Wait.
For cat.
All right, I want you to play this out this time. I want you to show me.
Do you want me to draw 1 card at a time with Thrasios?
No.
No. Just draw
Oh.
your deck, but like I want you to do the actual combo.
Get the 2 cards that do the combo.
Okay,
And-
yeah.
Technically, there's 3, but yeah.
One of them is
Well-
in graveyard, so it's only 2.
Okay.
Can you
So
get?
I'll get Necromancy and I'll get Blood Artist. And we're shortcutting that part.
Is that with your necromancy?
Targeting Leonin Relic Warder.
I had lethal. No.
Enters the battlefield, targets Necromancy.
This will basically create a loop where the relic order will die infinitely and then
Hold on,
return.
wait. I have to think about this for a sec. So Leonin target necromancy. Necromancy
gets exiled,
sacrifice.
and then necromancy comes back because Leonin and leaves the battlefield trigger. And then now Leonin comes back, targets necromancy. I drain every time I do this loop. I drain one person for one.
I want to respond to necromancy trigger. Okay.
It's like draw like 70 cards. You can do whatever you want. Go ahead.
Okay, so Leonin is in the graveyard now, and now I'm responding to the necromancy trigger, targeting Leonin again. All right, so that's where we're at.
Yep, I'm going to bounce my Blood Artist.
Show us the bounce.
It's hard to like go through 70 cards.
I mean, I'm assuming we're all getting milled for 2, yeah?
I believe so. Yeah, here it is. Here's the bounce. I'll bounce my Blood Artist. Everyone mills 2.
I play I play almost verbatim the exact same deck, except I have a different like alternative win condition.
Hulk instead of some cantrips and some value cards. Yep.
Which I prefer personally, but I also just like really like how compact Hulk is in the shell. So.
All right, you got this. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah. Like I saw the ballista. I was just like, yeah.
In our last game, that was actually what I was going to go for, which was cat combo, because I had the Blood Artist in hand. So. So this game where I derped was I should have intuitioned for like force and some other things, told somebody, hey, give me force, and then like forced the salvagers, but I was a derp and missed out on that, so.
Had enough mana to do the Bomberman thing twice if anyone had Graveyard Hate for the LED.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I needed to have countered the salvagers.
But it happens. Can I see your hand?
He reanimated.
My hand was not great, actually. Like, I was hoping to, like, strictly just try and get there off this intuition. I really did not draw into a whole lot out of the, off of that fish.
Oh, and you even drew your Hulk pieces. So, like, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So, like, I was probably just going to go for a straight Razaketh, just win, so.
So like, the thing, yeah, I'm constantly torn, because I feel like I'm almost always drawn toward playing more combo pieces. But then sometimes you get punished, and then it's like, oh, I wish this was just a cantrip.
So the thing I found is, like, with the way the Hulk deck, like, the Flash Hulk deck is built, is, like, your Hulk pieces aren't bad by themselves. So, like, Fiend Hunter by itself is, like, a fine interaction piece, and Karmic Guide is just a 5-mana, like, reanimation spell. In the last game, in a game I played at my locals, actually, I got my Jinja Taxes specifically because someone was, like, show and tell, and I was like, put this Karmic Guide into play?
Well, like, I don't know. I feel like if they show and tell, and the thing they show and tell is not a Razaketh, that's super risky.
He was playing TKO control.
I don't like show and tell against like opposing reanimator decks. It just like,
yeah. So like I've like from the experience I've had with the deck, again, I'm still new to it and I'm trying to get reps in and trying to like innovate on it as I go.
I feel dumb. I was muted.
I definitely think the Hulk line is really where you want to be, because like the games where you win off of it early, you just it feels like there's nothing that can beat you.
Also, I had game on my turn.
Top card was you had the
Cavern.
two.
Cavern.
You had squandered resources in play. There was no way we weren't losing.
There's no way you didn't have the win, because you had Imp Seal and then you had squandered resources. So
Imp in hand.
Like, even if you didn't have Imp in hand, I would like you probably still had the win, because you got Dakmore and you could like draw 5 cards. You can draw like 1 billion cards to get like a lot of cards to get like a tutor for
Well, I'm heading to bed. I have to get up in 4 hours.
I gotta go do the nights.
Night.
I don't know. So, a lot of games. I've played a lot of games on this deck. Like I'm still pretty new. I've only played it for like a month or so. But like it feels to me that like the places, like the formats where this deck shines, like the times when you want to play Flash Hulk in this deck are the times where you don't want to be playing this deck. If everyone's on like interactive decks or on Staxy decks, like that's where Flash Hulk is kind of bad. But then that's when Flash Hulk is like bad, and then this deck is good. Everyone is like, if you want to race, then this isn't a race. I don't think this is as good as a race deck as the other race decks.
So I'd had a very detailed conversation with Brother about it, and the way he described it was like the reason to play Flash Cats over say, because like my view of it, like when I first looked at the deck was like it was kind of like a grindy reanimator deck, and he was like, no, this deck is supposed to be like an aggressive reanimator shell that can go for a flash kill early. And that's how I've been playing it, and it seems to have been working out pretty well. I think the moment I realized like it wasn't a base control deck, or like I
don't think it's a control deck, but it is a grindy deck in the sense that you want to be you want to like stop someone else's combo while grinding for advantage, and then you combo.
Yeah. So I think like, but that's the thing is like you can go for those early wins. Like for instance, my current like build and the thing that we've all come back to is playing Dark Writ in the board again. And that's just because it gives us that ability to go like turn one Entomb reanimation spell kill you.
I mean, the normal Catspell plays Dark Writ. Like
I know. But we had to make some omissions via like again because we're playing Hulk.
I feel like I agree. Like I think going fast is good. I'm just sort of I'm very torn myself because I feel like there's an element of consistency. Like I play Flash Hulk a lot, Flash Cats too. I don't know how.
I will say the card I've been most unimpressed by, as much as I like it personally, has been Cataract Leviathan in this show.
Oh my god, yes. Necromancy Leviathan. Alright, whatever.
Like technically Necromancy Leviathan should be good, but it's just never come up. While like often like blows up like two other players' mana bases and also some stacks.
I agree. Like I think the card is insane. It's felt very, very weak in the testing that I've done so far.
I think Hedrek is not as good as Bane, at least in my experience.
And Brother's experimental list has it cut, so I might actually just cut that and Salvagers have an extra slot and just slide in Melissa as my last reanimation target.
And like and Image, right?
Image is already in my deck because I like the Buried Alive stack that you can do with it.
So you basically have less interaction then? Like what did you cut compared to the normal like Cats list?
Some of the dudes, and then so
cantrips. Like, I feel like Brother cut the cantrips. That's the thing that happened. He cut the cantrips.
Yeah, most of the cantrips got cut. So here's my current list. I'll send it to you via chat, Astral.
Called Budget Flash Cats Reanimator. I see it in the Razaketh.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's the current list I'm running in paper.
Okay, so you cut Dance of the Dead for Karmic. You cut some more counter spells. Oh no, you don't. You have the same number of counters. You have one more counter spell. You have Spell Pierce. I don't have Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Limdol's Vault. Oh, and then you cut the cantrips. Yeah, you cut all the cantrips. And you cut. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you cut the cantrips. I think that's it. You just cut the cantrips.
I haven't missed them a lot, though. Like, if I was gonna slot them back in, I'd probably cut JVP because that card felt very like eh. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cut Cataract and Ariok Salvagers and Testimal Dragon in that slot.
Back on JVP, because it's on JVP. Like, I really like the looting effects now in the deck. I feel like,
I think they're good. Like, don't get me wrong. The card has felt very underpowered. So
I think that's you cut the cantrips. That's it. Under Chart of Course, Careful Study,
and you're not in show and tell.
Yeah, that was a card that like it hurt to part with, but at the same time, like as good as it was when it was good, it also wasn't super impactful.
Like it seems like, and without like show and tell, like what happens if you just get Razaketh in hand or something?
I mean, if I was cutting JVP, like I'd be adding like effect, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Like I'm torn about this because Shaper has a strong belief that it is wrong, and Lobster has a belief that it is wrong. And I think they're better players than I am. But then on the other hand, like Brother thinks it's correct, and I also think he's a better player than I am. So I'm pretty confused.
So
about this.
I'm gonna say this. Like I think, in terms of like competitive commander theory, I think they're better than I am. But I've also been playing competitive Magic for a long time.
Possible.
So like that's the thing is like I didn't play normal Magic. Like I played comp Magic for a while. Like I went to PPTQs. Like that's where I grind. Like I used to be a PPT grinder. That's what I did. So I feel like I personally have a decent amount of Magic knowledge. And again, there are things that like as I'm playing the deck, it feels weak, and I think that I have opinions that are different from other people. Like for instance, again, I think Salvagers just feels very weak. As important as Bomberman is, it just feels more slot efficient just to throw in another better fatty and like cut JVP, cut Cataract Leviathan, and cut Salvagers, and then we clear up 2 spots. Pretty easy.
On Phantasmal, I think that our Salvagers might just be better as Moldrata. Since that line, it takes the same amount of resources, it just takes like 5 more life.
Yeah, so like Muldrotha just feels really, and like it's just a very good value play too, which sometimes it feels like you need to go for out of this deck.
On Consecrated Sphinx, so that's the card I'm playing for the value play slot.
Yeah, so like that's where I'm at. Like I like Con Sphinx a lot too, but at the same time, like it doesn't contribute to what we're doing because we have Jin for that spot for that space. So like with Muldrotha, it also just lets us combo.
I don't know if so. I guess you do need to play Phantasmal Image for Hulk lines.
You don't.
I mean, if you have a piece in graveyard, Phantasmal Image serves as that piece because you can copy Karmic and get it back.
Yeah. So I really like the Phantasmal Image. I'm actually one of the few players on it currently. Actually,
I feel like it's kind of unnecessary for Buried Alive lines, but I could be wrong.
It is actually pretty necessary. So the Buried Alive line you go for is Phantasmal, Karmic, Razaketh, and it basically lets you kind of have Razaketh
without any dorks, right? But normally you have 1 or 2 dorks on the field.
I agree, but like there are it does happen, and like at least in my current meta and like the meta, I think that we're like it is not uncommon to like see a deluge or whatever, like pretty early.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I think your choices make sense, and I'm like glad that other people are testing versions of this deck.
I actually again, so I started playing with Hulkweaver because I like here's my background with cEDH. So I played Edric for a really long time just because I love the deck. I don't think it's very good right now in this current environment, but it did feel pretty okay earlier in the season. But and I've also been a religious Selvala player as well as a player of Isan. So I know those decks both very, very, very well. But because my meta has adapted, I decided to try and play something different.
Makes sense. Like, is your meta just all like creature removal now, or is it like how did?
Oh no! So like my meta is just extremely diverse. So as I said, there's an aforementioned Frog player. There's a Derevi player, Blood Pod, TKO, Breakfast Hulk, Marath Pod, Teferi. The list goes on. Like I have a very diverse metagame at my shop.
Look, where are you based?
I am based in Tucson, Arizona. Surprise!
Wow.
believe it or not, Phoenix and Tucson have some extremely dedicated cEDH areas.
That's as many people. Like it sounds like there's like 8 or 10 people in that shop that just play cEDH. That's
we have weekly tournaments, 2 of them. So the one on Monday is usually about 8 people. The one on Saturday is about 14 to like 16.
That's pretty large.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. Like most of the cEDH meetups like ones are, but like the ones in the Bay Area are only like 8 to 12 people. So.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of people, and the ones over in Phoenix, I think, get up to like 20.
Well, cool. Nice playing games with you. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it was super good to get to talk to you. I hope we get to do this again. I really enjoyed it.
Have a nice day.
You too.